Hey guys, so we're going to go ahead and code the message sprite that we created that has our game over as well. We're going to go inside the pink My block and click on Make a Block. We're going to go ahead and call this Game Over and click OK. So on this define Game Over, we're going to go inside the Blue Motions tab and add a Go to X and Y block, which we're going to change to 350 to -100. I'm going to go into Control and add a Create Clone of myself. We're going to go into Looks and set size to 100 for right now, but we can always change it later on. I'm going to go back into Control and we're going to add a Repeat 10, which we're going to change to 15. We're going to go back into Looks and add a Go to Front Layer. And then we're going to add a Change Size by 2. We're going to go inside the Blue Motions tab and add a Set X underneath. And we're going to go into Operators, add a division symbol. On the left, we're going to go into the Blue Motions tab and add the blue X position bubble. And then on the right, we're going to add a 1.5. We're going to go back into Control and add a wait 2 seconds. We're going to have a similar repeat, so I'm just going to disconnect this, duplicate it, add this underneath the wait, and then stop it. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to remove the change size by 2. For the operator symbol, we're going to change this this time to a multiplication symbol. The X position is still going to go on the left-hand side. And on the right-hand side, we're going to change this number to a 2. Then we're going to go inside the Yellow Events tab, and we're going to broadcast start, which is then going to have us restart the game all over again. So underneath this, we're going to go on to When I Receive, Game Over. I'm going to go into Looks and add a Clear Graphic Effects, a Show, and a Switch Costume to Game Over. And then we're going to go inside the pink My block and add the Game Over block underneath. We're going to go into the Yellow Events tab and use When Green Flag is Clicked, go into Looks and add a Hide. We're going to go into the Yellow Events tab and use When I Receive Start. Going to go into Looks, add a Show, a Switch Costume to Eat. And the last block that we have here, we haven't made yet. So we're going to go inside the pink My block, make a block, and call this Animation, and click OK. I'm going to move this below, but now I'm going to add this animation underneath. And now we're going to go ahead and define what this animation is going to do. We're going to go into the Blue Motions tab, and we're going to add a Go to X, 0, Y, -100. We're going to go into Looks and add a Clear Graphic Effects, and then a Set Size, which again we're going to change later on if we need to, once we check to see how everything is working. We're going to go into Control and add a Repeat 10, which we're going to change to a 5. And then we're going to go back into Looks and add a Change Size by 10. Next, we're going to go into Control, add a wait 2 seconds, and then we're going to add a Repeat 10 underneath. And inside, we're going to go into Looks and add a Change Ghost Effect by 10. Okay, so now we're going to go inside the Yellow Events tab. We're going to add a When I Receive. We're going to click on Boost to Eat. We're going to go into Looks and add a Show. We're going to add a Switch Costume to Eat. And And then we're going to go into the My block and add an animation block. We're going to go into the Yellow Events tab, add a When I Receive Start. We're going to go into Looks and add a Show. Next, we're going to go ahead and go into the Yellow Events tab, add a When I Receive Eat. We're going to then do this similar thing here. We're just going to go ahead and duplicate this and add it towards the bottom. But instead of eat, we're going to do a boost. Underneath this, we're going to add, from the Yellow Events tab, a When I Receive Start. I'm going to add a repeat 2, and then I'm going to add a delete this clone inside of it. The last thing that we're going to do is going to be the box that's going to appear behind our game over, so we want to make sure that we code that in as well. So we're going to start by adding a When I Start as a clone. I'm going to go into Looks and add a Switch Costume to Box. I'm going to then set my Ghost Effect to 100. I'm going to then Show. Inside the Blue Motions tab, I'm going to add a Go to X, 0, Y, negative 100. I'm going to go into Control and add a Repeat 5. And inside of the Repeat 5, we're going to go into Looks and add a Change Ghost by negative 10. This is to slowly hide it. We're going to add a Forever underneath. I'm going to go inside the Blue Motions tab and add a Change X by. And we're going to Operators to add a Pick Random from negative 3 to 3. And inside of Control, we're going to add a Wait 0.01 seconds. We're going to go ahead and duplicate this. But this time around, we're actually going to change the Change X by to a Y. So I'm just going to take this out. Go inside the Blue Motions tab and add a Change Y by. And then I'm going to go ahead and add that in. And then the last thing that we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go and duplicate this weight, put it to the side for now, go inside the Blue Motions tab and add a Go to X0, Y negative 100, and then add the weight underneath. And with that, you're all done with the message. You guys can go ahead and move on to the deep dive lesson, which is going to be covering sounds and the map bubble.